Welcome back. This is question 5 in our Firefighter Aptitude test preparation series. In this series, we are looking at word problems and we are using a 4-step problem solving method to solve those word problems. This is a method that I teach at Smart Tutoring. And when you're studying, I recommend working through these different steps on paper because the goal is to get you to be familiar with the steps enough so you're not doing it on paper in the test. Instead, in a testing situation, I want you to work through this process in your head. So, the 4 steps to solving word problems are first to identify what you know out of the question, then using that information, plan to solve the problem, and keep in mind what tests are expecting you to do on them as it relates to the mathematical section. The third step is to solve the problem. So in this step, you're going to follow your plan and then do the math that's aligned in that option or the plan you take. And then lastly, you're going to evaluate. So you look at your answer option, and then hopefully, if you've got your math right, the answer option will be there and you can circle it and move on. Otherwise, you're going to have to go back and check your work and reread the question to ensure that you've pulled the information out properly and in fact managed to answer the question. Okay, this question here is what we're going to be working on today. It says to suppress a ground fire at its head, individual firefighters are positioned every 3 meters of the fire area. If the fire's head is 55 meters across, how many firefighters are required to suppress the fire? When you are looking at a question, the first thing you want to do is identify what you know about the math that you're working with, because you are going to be asked different types of math questions in one mathematical section. So the first thing you need to do is identify the type of math that you're working with. To do that, look at your numbers. In this case, we have a 3 and we have a 55. Those are whole numbers. So we don't see decimals, we don't see fractions, there's no percents, no indication of rate. So just when you see a solid number, like a whole number, just keep in mind that's what you're working on. Okay, so you've got whole numbers here. And then the next step is to identify the operation. Now, it's not necessarily clear what you need to do here. So if you find it difficult to find the operation, try to visually conceptualize what the question is asking you to do. In this case, you've got a fire that's 55 meters across. And to suppress that fire, you have to put people 3 meters apart. And there's our last guy there. Okay. Now, when you look at this diagram, you can see that it's being cut up into different sections that are 3 meters long. All right. Anytime you're asked to cut up something that is in equal groups, that is an indication of division. So you are going to be dividing whole numbers. All right, now that you know that, the last thing you want to do is identify what you are asked to solve in the question. In this case, they want to know how many firefighters are required. So we're looking for a number of firefighters. Let fire FF stand for firefighters. All right. The second step is to plan to solve the problem. We know that we're going to divide 55 by 3. And now with that, we can set up the math. If you ever get confused about what number goes where in the division bar, remember this little trick. The number after the divided by sign goes on the outside. And if you say the question, you'll hear it. 55 divided by 3, 3 goes on the outside. Okay? And then you can put the whole number or the dividend underneath the division bar. Okay, we're going to get into division now. I will teach you how to do this because a lot of people struggle. For my students, I have them write out an acronym to help them remember the steps, and that is Dracula must suck blood. I'm going to put that in the plan. So Dracula must suck blood regularly. All right, get a pen if division is an issue for you. Okay. The D in Dracula stands for division. The M in must stands for multiply. The S in subtract, oh, sorry, the S in suck stands for subtract. The B in blood stands for bring down. And the R in regularly stands for repeat. Okay, so the mnemonic, I think I called it an acronym. The mnemonic is Dracula must suck blood regularly. And that stands for divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. That is the set of steps that you need to divide. And then you just follow those steps one number at a time. Okay, one step at a time. I'm going to show you how to do that now. All right, so we're going to look at step 3 here, solving the problem. The first thing I want you to know about division is that you only have to divide into the first number that you can divide into. So this number could be significantly longer than what it is. It doesn't matter how big that number is because you're going to divide into the first number that you can divide into, which in this case is the 5. 3 will go into 5. So that's where you start, all right? With that in mind, you're going to move forward. 3 goes into 5 one time, so you're going to divide in and then put the answer up. The next step is to multiply. So this time around, we're going to multiply the outside numbers and put the answer below. So 1 times 3 is 3. That goes below the 5. The next step is to subtract. In this case, we're going to subtract 3 from 5 to give us 2. And then here we bring down the next number so that we can repeat the process. So we're gonna bring down the 5. This line here is the same as this line here. It's another division bar. So you're going to repeat the process, okay, go back around and then divide the 3 into 25. 3 into 25 goes 8 times to give you 24 with 1 remainder. Now, you notice that you have no numbers to divide, to bring down. You're going to put a decimal up top. And then once you do that, you can put in as many zeros as you need to continue to divide. You do that one at a time. Okay, so you're going to bring down a 0 and you're going to make that a 10. 3 goes into 10 3 times. Okay, now in normal math, the rule is to go to the 3rd place value and then you can stop your division. In a testing situation, you only need to go to the 1st place value. The reason why that is because you want to see if this number is 5 or greater. If it is, you might have to round the whole number up to get the correct answer. So in this case, 18.3, 3 is less than 5, so the rounded answer is 18. All right. Okay, now we've done the math. We can continue on and evaluate the questions. In this case, we see the correct answer here, which is 18. So 18 firefighters are required to suppress the fire. That is all I have for you today in this question. Thank you for following. I hope it was helpful. Do go back again and take notes as needed on the steps to divide, especially if that's a problem for you. Hopefully that helps. If you do find it helpful, let me know. Otherwise, if you're interested in working with me on a private basis, definitely contact me. My links are in the content below, so you can email me that way. I'm happy to work with you. I work with Canadian firefighters across Canada, and I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Okay, thank you very much. I will be back with another question in another time.